Amidst the rising global tensions, the United States is slowly but steadily warming up to China. After several high-profile visits, the U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo is traveling to China in order to keep the communication lines open amidst the deteriorating ties between the two global powers. Starting from Sunday, Raimondo is going to be visiting Shanghai and Beijing during her four-day trip. The trip materialized after an invitation by the Chinese Commerce Minister Wang Wentao. The United States and China continue to in fact look at their relationship with skepticism. As per sources, both the countries are expected to discuss the following concerns. Raimondo is expected to raise the issue of raids on American consultancy firms. Earlier this year, the Chinese authorities had raided the offices of Amidst Group in Beijing and Ban & Company in Shanghai. The Secretary will also be touching upon Chinese market access for American companies. China's new anti-espionage law will also be a major concern for Raimondo as it puts aspersions on the smooth functioning of the U.S. companies in the country. Now, the ban on the sale of memory chips made by US's Micron technology is also on the cards for discussion. Meanwhile, China is expected to demand further relaxation of the U.S. export controls on the Chinese products. Beijing is also expected to try and reach a broad consensus over the ongoing containment efforts by the U.S. military to reduce technological reliance on China. In order to cozy up to Beijing before the meeting, the U.S. has confirmed a series of measures to relax trade restrictions. Now, these relaxations contradict the U.S. President's announcements just weeks ago. Earlier, on the 10th of August, President Joe Biden announced new restrictions on investments into Chinese technology companies. And last Monday, the Commerce Department had announced the removal of 27 Chinese entities from its trade restrictions list. Now, the Commerce Secretary's visit comes at a time when weak exports and also a fall in industrial production and employment has hit China. And this will be the fourth major US-China sit-down and follows trips by Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Climate Envoy John Kerry. Now, earlier in the month of July, Janet Yellen had said, and I quote here, "We know that a decoupling of the world's two largest economies will be disastrous for both the countries and will be a destabilizing factor for the world, and it would be virtually impossible to undertake." Meanwhile, the British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly is also going to be visiting China next week. Cleverly is also set to become the first British Foreign Secretary to visit China in 5 years. Now, through this visit, London is also joining Washington to rebalance relations with Beijing. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.